Sometimes when people see you, they'll write you off prematurely. Sometimes when people get to know you, they'll think they truly know you, but they really don't. Whoever I'm speaking to, there's a depth about you. There's layers to you. And when people initially get to know you or initially meet you, they'll think they know you based off who you present yourself to be. And I'm not saying you're out here with a facade, an image, or any of that. It's just the divine. Go off, spirit. We just getting started. The divine has this kind of covering over you, this protection, this sealing over you, so that when you do operate around people, they will see you as quote unquote meek, vulnerable, weak, a person that they can play with, all of this stuff, because whoever you are, you do have an innocence about you. It's your heart. Not that you're gullible or you're stupid or you don't know things. It's just your heart. Whoever I'm speaking to, a real one, a chosen one, sometimes your heart is presented to people and they'll look at that and think they can play, or they'll look at that and think you don't know nothing. They'll look at that, my love, and treat you a certain way. Look at what you wear. They'll say you speak like you don't have no education. That reminds me of these two tennis players that was out here playing. Y'all know there's been a narrative going on about that. I don't even want to get into it, but sometimes people will look at you from the outer appearance, from what they think they know about you, and write you off. Whoever you are, my love, you have, you do, you will surpass people's expectations of you. You have, you will, you do surpass people's expectations of you. Because again, you may be a person that speak a certain type of way. So let's clock it. You get on the job and y'all know sometimes people, let's keep it 100 over here. Sometimes people switch up their language, their tones, their different things according to the environment. Not to say it's a good thing, because y'all know I love talking about being true, being real, being raw, living in your authenticity. But sometimes maybe you feel like, you know what, let me keep it professional. Let me do this. Let me do that. And then there's others who keep it 10 toes down. And just across the board, like, this is who I am. This is what I do. So the ones that keep it professional, let's clock it, spirit. The ones that keep it professional will look at you and be like, man, woman, why are you doing this? Why are you acting like that? Why are you talking like this? Just to come and find out that you're more knowledgeable. You got all the connects to this and that. Who you may speak a certain way, but when they talk to you, they realize there's something about you that's a little deeper. You know more than you say. Go off, spirit. Some people will write you off thinking that you're a quote unquote dummy. You're a dummy when it comes to life. You're a dummy when it comes to things of the street. Because, you know, sometimes they'll say you're street smart, but you're not book smart, or the opposite. You're book smart, but you're not street smart. Whoever you are, you're both of them. But depending on the day or the time, my love, you don't let people know that until it's time. Oh my goodness. And then you mess around and surpass their expectations of you, because they already had a narrative, an idea about you, of what you should do, how you should live, what you do when you show up. They think they know you better than you know you. So they mess around, my love, and get to talking to you, and you might talk a certain way, but what you're saying is a whole bunch of wisdom. It make a whole lot of sense. You're talking about things that's above their comprehension. Let's clock it. So then they got to go back to the drawing board and start trying to figure out who you are. Oh my goodness, spirit. They have to go back to the drawing board and start trying to figure out where they went wrong. Who are you? Who sent you? Who told you these things? How do you know that? People don't know, my love, that your life experiences has put you on a whole nother level. Some things you just can't buy. You have to experience it. Oh my gosh, go off, spirit. You have to experience some things for yourself. And that's what makes you set apart from the others. Because you've been through some things, you've experienced some things, you know what it is, what it ain't when it comes to these different dynamics and jobs and all of that. Somebody didn't think you would make it. Somebody didn't think, my love, that you would make it. I don't care what that make it is. I don't care if they tried to come against you, if they thought you was always going to be the person in the hood, if they always thought you was going to be at this specific job and whatever it is, they thought you wouldn't make it. You, whoever you are, you surpassed their expectations. Not only did you make it, my love, but you hit the gas on them. Go out, spirit. You got on the road, whatever that thing is that they thought you weren't going to do, and you hit the gas on them. I don't care what it looked like. They thought you would never have your own apartment, and I don't care what that apartment looked like. Even if it is in the projects, it's yours. Even if it is a 1-bedroom, even if you are renting out from somebody this place and that place, whatever it is, it's yours for the time being. You have surpassed people's expectations of you. People, y'all, family, friends, lovers, cousins, ex-co-workers, everybody. They didn't think you would make it. They didn't know that you were who you were, or you are who you are. Because let's clock it, spirit. There's seasons where we're figuring ourselves out. But that does not mean you're not that version that the Most High has created you to be. It's just it's levels to it. So even, let's go off, spirit. Even though you're figuring it out in that moment, you don't have the money in that moment. There's glimpses in moments where, my love, that higher version of you gets shown to the same ones who thought you weren't going to make it. Oh my goodness. So you out here trying to live, you're out here trying to hold it in the road, you're out here trying to do better, be better, you're out here focusing on you, you're healing, you're coming out of all these different things people have said and done to you. And you might feel like, I'm fighting for my life. There's glimpses in moments where the people who's been doing things or thought you would never be, they see these glimpses in moments of your better, of your more, of who you truly are. And I told you to have to go back to the drawing board then and try to figure out where they went wrong. Where they went wrong when it came to you. Those of you that are new to the channel, welcome to the Walk Heavy channel. Over here is Truth, Love, and Light, heavy on the truth. Those of you that are returning, y'all already know. I love y'all so much. I thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for your PayPals, Cashapp, super thanks, thumbs up, love, support, continuing to show up, y'all, each and every single time that I show up. Please know I appreciate you all so much. Y'all, listen, I got to say this real quick. And I'm laughing because I was watching a movie last night. And this lady, Severance, I think that's the name of it. But the lady had flipped out. She got fired. And she had flipped out. And she was in the car and she was saying, I hate that bee with her fake smile. Do you know some people feel like that about you? Like the entity within them. You have surpassed their expectations, and when they see you, you always smiling. Somebody hate that. That is so funny that the divine just brought that back up. Because maybe when they left you, you were crying. When they called themselves going to break up with you, when they called themselves leaving you out of the function, when they called themselves doing whatever they thought they was going to do, you surpassed that. And now when they see you, you always smiling. You always got a grin on your face. You even possibly laughing at them now. Laughing at the situation. What used to hurt you, don't hurt you no more. What used to bother you, don't bother you anymore. The things you used to take time to acknowledge, you won't or you don't anymore. You have risen, my love, whether you know it or not. You're on another level now. A lot of people, a lot of situations, a lot of environments just won't be able to handle you. You have surpassed people's expectations. Let's get into this thing, y'all, because I feel like Spirit gonna go in on this one too. Their standards was low, so you was ahead before it even got started. We're talking about you surpassing people's expectations. When they came out the gate, my love, when they said what they said, when they did what they did, and when they had a narrative over your life, they were already targeting low. Oh my gosh. I told you could be a person that maybe you dress a certain way, or maybe they write you off because of what you drive, write you off because of where you live, write you off because they feel like you don't have a lot of money, write you off for all these carnal things that don't matter. They'll write you off and say you're not going to be a part of the group, and we don't hang out with these kind of people, and we don't act like that, and our family is like this and this and this and this and this. Meanwhile, all of that stuff that they think is true for themselves is giving low budget. Go off, spirit. It's giving low budget. And so they'll look at you and try to write you off because their standards is based off things. Meanwhile, their personality, their character, their spirit, all of that is giving low budget. So they'll look at you and think that the box that they need to check off should be cars and clothes and whoever you hang out with, but it's not. Your box is above their box. They can't even get up there to check it off. So before it even gets started, the moment they talk to you and try to pretend like you don't know what you know on these jobs because you speak a certain way, you dress a certain way, before they even get started, get to know you, my love, they've already said, oh, she's not going to make it. Oh, he won't make it in that position. They gave her the raise, or they gave her the management position or whatever it is, but she won't be there long. They don't realize, my love, their expectations of you is giving low budget. You've already risen above that. They need to bump it up a couple notches. Again, their standards was low. These are the kind of people who, in general, their standards in life are low. And I'm not trying to be negative about it, but I need for you all to understand this. That some people, when they talk about you, when they project onto you, when they treat you a certain way, it's because that's how they view themselves. That's their standard of life. It was already low, so you was ahead of the game before it even got started. You was ahead of their expectations before they even called themselves trying to check off each box. You have surpassed a whole lot of things, a whole lot of people, a narrative over your life. You have surpassed that past version of you. Whatever was going on in your bloodline, you have overcome some things. My love, you need to know this. And there was a lot of people, the entity within them, that didn't think you would make it. They didn't want you to, if we can keep it 100. They didn't want you to. They didn't want you to see your own potential. They didn't want you to realize, you know what, if you just work a little bit harder, you can get these things too. They didn't want you to see that about yourself. But whoever you are, you're starting to see now. I may have to work a little bit more between now and January, but I promise you when January comes, I'm going to be in a better position. You have surpassed somebody's expectations, maybe even your own at this point. I just got to clock it right now. Go off, spirit. Maybe you're surpassing your own expectations because for so long, people have always written you off or have always tried to make you feel like you were second to them. All these different dynamics because they know that if you tap in for real, you'll be above and beyond. It's giving Buzz Lightyear. Above and beyond. Let's go to the next one. You chopped up the L and serve them with success. Go off, spirit. I'm telling you, you surpassed some people's expectations. So maybe there was a season where it looked like you were losing. It looked like you were failing. It looked like you didn't know who you were, who you are. It looked like you were just going to be in a situation, an environment, a relationship forever and ever. Amen. Knowing you were being mistreated. It looked like that. But then you messed around and said, you know what? I'm going to chop this up to the game. Literally, y'all, when the divine gave me this, you chopped up that L. That's like some lettuce. You chopped it up and served success to these individuals. You chopped up that L, my love. You chopped up the game. You chopped up the mockery. You chopped up the hate. All of that stuff, the doubt when it comes to you. And you're serving them with success. Success, y'all, is based off your own experience, what you believe to be successful. I may feel like making sure my bills paid, my refrigerator full, and I can go on a trip maybe once a year. That may be success to me. And maybe not to you. But success is you being in peace and feeling joyful with the things that you have, where you're not stressed out about different situations and people and environments. I don't care about how much money you make, they make, none of that. If I can live a comfortable life, then my love, I'm successful, whether they believe it or not. I'm talking about you. You chopped up that quote unquote L. They may have said it was an L, it was a loss, but it wasn't. It was a lesson. Go off, spirit. That's what that L is when it comes to you. Oh my goodness. Clock it, spirit. When it comes to you, that L is a lesson. And when you chopped it up and you let it digest, my love, you served them up with success. Go. Oh, I got to say these. I don't know what. You chopped it up, you swallowed it, and you pooped on them. It's a song, I think it's Nicki Minaj. She say, I just got to say it, shit in on them. Man, and for those of, I gotta say it, y'all, for those of you that may not feel like, what is that? Listen, people sometimes be talking, they mess when it comes to you. Talking about what you're not going to do, how you're not going to do it. And you mess around, my love, and poop on them. Poop on their ideas, poop on the fact that they said you weren't going to do it, on the fact that they've been talking about your relationships, all of this stuff. You chopped it up. You chopped up that lesson that you learned when it comes to traumas and dramas in your bloodline, in that last relationship, that last time you spent all your money and did whatever, trying to hang out with this person, that thing, whatever, you chop that lesson up. And if you feel like you're not where you want to be, you're going to serve that success up to them. Listen, this success, I got to get into this. This success, again, it's based off you. Anybody, I don't care what celebrity, what person, they can post all day long on Instagram. I could care less. That's their life. My success don't look like theirs. I got to say this for somebody. Because people will look at your life and say you're not successful. Says who? Says who? If I'm comfortable and my bills are paid, my bills paid, my love. It's somebody else that always say that. My bills are paid. But if you feel like this is your thing, this is you being comfortable, and you take your trips here and there, even if you got to drive. Some people be talking about, I'm flying this place, that place. So what? So what? In let's clock it, spirit. Your home could be your vacation. Let's go off. Some people so busy trying to fly and get flued out and go this place and that place because they feel like there's a vacation when they get there. Whoever you are, my love, you can make your home feel like a staycation. Go off, spirit. That to me is success. That's just me. If you can go home and feel like your home is so peaceful, it's a place that you have created some peace for yourself. My love, stay right there. Make you a movie night, get you some popcorn, get you some wine, my love. The next day, maybe those of you that want to do this spa stuff, all of that. Just make your place your place. Make it a thing. There are so many people who wish their environments could be like that. That's why they always on the road, always traveling. They running away from their norm because they want to get a vacation, feel better out somewhere else. You can make your house feel like that. That's success. That's a successful life to me. You have surpassed people's expectations. Ooh, let's go to the next one. The typical person would fold or back down under the kind of pressure that you've been under. I told you some people didn't think you would make it. They looked at that. It could be family. Let's clock this thing. Those of you that's going through these family dynamics, your family could have gone through the same thing because it's a generational thing. It's a generational curse. So let's clock it. Let's say your grandma, your daddy, your whoever, they went through a certain thing from their parents. So they mess around and have you, and then your parents start doing the same thing their parents did because it's a generational thing. Your parents may not have been able, or whoever raised you may not have been able to get out of that stronghold. But then you mess around and start doing something different, start thinking different, start acting different, start saying, you know what, y'all kind of toxic, so I'm going to choose to decline the invitation for this party, decline the invitation for having this conversation. I'm going to decline. Some people thought that you would fold or back down under the same pressure that they possibly went through. They experienced certain things and they thought, you know what? She gonna be the same way. He gonna be just like his daddy. She gonna be just like her mama. She gonna do this and this and this and this, writing you off. Not realizing, my love, that you've been doing some things behind the scenes, behind closed doors, to make sure that you're not like that. The typical person would have folded, though. People who have gone through these things in your bloodline, they're still there trying to get up out of it. But you're making some progress. Whoever you are, you need to know that. You're making progress in something, because it may feel like you keep beating the pavement. You keep beating this dead horse. You keep showing up doing the same thing and there's no progress. It is. It is, y'all. I don't know why I'm getting the analogy of if you're trying to get to the bottom of something, you have to keep hitting that thing. And it may feel like there's no progress, but it's just that there's some depth to that. You got to keep beating and beating and beating to finally one of them times you're going to hit it and it's going to strike. You're going to go to that job one day, my love. They give you the raise that you want, or they give you the position that you've been eyeballing. You didn't even apply for it. They recommended you for it. Let's go off, spirit. You realizing down, you may be single for so long and you like, Lord, we're this and this and this and this and this. But what you don't realize is that you've been healing so much that the person that's meant for you, they've also been healing. So now that you're at a certain level, you all can meet. You're not going to be encountering those low life people anymore. And I'm talking about the entity within them, the way they think, want to breadcrumb you, all of that stuff. No. The divine rather put you on hold, put you on ice, if that's what you want to say, shelve you for a little while so you can continue to grow. You can have your own bag, all of that stuff. So when you get to meet your person, the one that you're supposed to be with in real life, when you get to that individual, when y'all get on that same level, you will be solid by yourself. Any other person, my love, they'll be looking around to me, I don't know how he did it. I can't go that long. I'm in somebody's business. I can't do that. They'll sit around. Meanwhile, let's clock it, spirit. They'll have these conversations with you and be talking about how they can't, but they admiring you at the same time, wishing that they could. You're surpassing their expectations. So those are the little things that they try to throw in front of you to make you think that, you know what, maybe I am waiting too long. Maybe I should have a little fun. Maybe. But what they want is for you to get out of alignment, off track, so they can feel better about themselves. You have surpassed some people's expectations. And you're going to continue to do it, my love, whether they like it or not. Whether they like it or not, y'all, we don't have to be ignorant about nothing. Just I told you, your success speak for you. Let your actions speak for you. Keep chopping up them lessons. Keep chopping, keep learning, keep beating the pavement, keep doing what you're doing. I'm telling you, you're going to get what you deserve. You're going to be in a position mentally, physically, emotionally, financially that you've always wanted. You're going there. You're making it, whether you see it or not. You are. Next, this is the last one. You can't be easily grouped, and they made a mistake by comparing you to others. We're talking about people in general, trying to group you up a certain way because they'll look at how you dress, look at what you drive, talk about the way you speak, all these different things about the way you look, how you this and this and this and this and this, how your bloodline did it this way, so you're going to do it that way. They'll group you up with what they're used to. Let's go off, spirit. I told you at the beginning, their standards was low. So they grouped you up with other individuals who's on, let's clock it, their level. In real life, that's their standard. So they group you up with the people they've only experienced. Oh my goodness. They've experienced low budget people. And when I say that, y'all, I'm talking about people's mentalities, their character, what they believe, their standards. They've experienced that. And so that's all these individuals know. So when they see you, they will put you in a standard that they only know. They don't know that there's more to you. There's good people out here. There's individuals who just don't have the time in the day to be out here being ignorant. You have surpassed so many people's expectations when it comes to your career, your love life, your home, where you work, how you operate, how you keep overcoming all the struggles and their obstacles, how you just keep doing you, being you. You have surpassed people's expectations. They didn't think you would make it. Some people still around you in your life, possibly just watching you, thinking that you're not going to make it. Whatever that is, because they're making it is different from yours anyway. So that don't even matter what they think, but we just talking about it, I guess. Go off, spirit. Go off, spirit. You can't be easily grouped. You just cannot. They can't put you in this box or that box, this thing or that thing, because you live outside of people's expectations. You live outside of the trends. You live outside of what considered to be normal. So they'll say you crazy because you don't want to operate like everybody else, think like everybody else, live like everybody else. Some of you may want to live off grid. They'll say you done went crazy. Meanwhile, my love, they don't understand the concept, the bigger picture of things, how you're going to be saving money, how you're going to be figuring out yourself, chopping up them lessons, knowing how to make it with or without the system. Something going on with that. So they'll call up everybody that they know, talking about you living in your van and you living out here and you doing this and you doing this and you doing this. Meanwhile, you're surpassing them. You're surpassing them because they spending all their money on the things that don't matter, the stuff that's going to be gone. That's what they take pride in. You don't. And every day you wake up and live in your truth. I'm telling you, I don't care what it is. You surpass the expectations of others because there's a general standard for way we should be living. And when you live outside of that, you're already above, ahead of the game. Ooh, y'all, that's crazy. Let's run it back and get out of here. A, their standards was low, so you was above or you was ahead before it even got started. Whatever they thought was going to be true for you and yours is not. Their standards were already low. Their bar was already low, so you was already a notch above what they thought to be true about you and for you. Next, you chopped up that L and served them with success. Your L is just lessons. It's not a loss, my love. Don't you dare think because somebody walked away, you lost what looked like a few things. No, it's just a lesson. If that car got repossessed, that apartment got an eviction notice, that's a lesson for you. And now you can chop that up, my love, and get your success. You know now, I shouldn't do this time. I should do this time. I should do this time. You're going to, or you already have surpassed that. The typical person would fold or back down under the kind of pressure or experiences that you've had in life. That's why they look at you like, oh my goodness, now let's go back to the drawing board because she or he keeps doing this thing. They keep pushing. They keep believing in themselves. They keep showing up, all of that stuff. The typical person, when they got that eviction, when the car got repossessed, when they start trying them, when they grouped up against them, all of that stuff, the typical person would have folded, not you. Lastly, you can't be easily grouped, and they made a mistake by comparing you to others. Again, I don't care if it's your bloodline, if it's on this job, if it's your friend, if it's an ex-friend, a lover, whoever it is, you can't be grouped. They cannot say you're just like your ex. They can't say you just like my friend, you just like this. No, I'm not. I'm actually not. And I don't want you to mistake that for that because it's not giving that. Somebody is learning this. Somebody is learning this about you. They had you all wrong, my love. And people in general sometimes do. They don't understand who you truly are. Your light, your personality, your character, your charisma, all that stuff could be so overwhelming that they get hit by that. And so it's like a deer in headlights. They think what they see is really not what they see. Ooh, they see a shadow of something and it's not giving that. Listen, I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for your PayPals, your Cash Apps, your super thanks, your thumbs up, your love, support. Continuing to show up, y'all, each and every single time that I show up. Please know I appreciate you all so much, y'all. Thank you again for sharing your time with me, your energy with me. I appreciate that as well, y'all. So listen, please know we go together now. Real bad. And until next time, y'all be easy. Peace.